see what happened with Kai and Druski? So in the prayer, like the Thanksgiving segment, right? One of Druski's friends, Willie, the old guy, Kai was like, okay, can you say a prayer? Willie, the guy starts saying a prayer, and then Kevin Hart starts trolling. He's like,
I think that was probably one of the worst prayers I've ever heard in my life. But I think out of all the prayers I've heard, that's at the bottom.
even Kai's like, yo, what's going on here, right? So he's like, okay, Kevin, why don't you say a prayer? Same thing. He's like, he's trolling too much to the point where it's like, nobody's laughing.
It's like disrespectful.
Yeah, nobody's laughing no more. And even like LeBron James on Bryce, he's like, what the? So Kai takes over. He's like, okay, no, you're not taking it serious. Let me say a prayer.
Yeah.
Craziest thing ever. He starts the prayer and he goes,
providing this food that we're about to eat to make sure our nutrients are
Yeah, I know.
and I'm like, what?
My birthday. I will go live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. I will go live. There will be a fish fry, pony rides for the kids, and a domino tournament for all the deacons that drink beer and love Jesus. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, I will go live on Instagram for my birthday.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh, for sure it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh, for sure it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my lights.
Family, we are back. Thank you guys for being here. It's helping out. We're improving the channel. Keep tapping in. Keep hitting the comments section. Definitely let me know where you're tapping in from. That helps a lot too. When you tell me what time and where, it helps me gauge when to upload and who's really tapping in the most. Yeah. Anyways, I just woke up. One of the first things I do when I wake up is check my phone. So, with that being said, there was something interesting that was posted. And real quick, you'll see there. Okay, I don't want to show it too long. The caption reads, "You mean to tell me there are 150 people on a boat and not one person has went live?" Interesting. Not one person has went live or shared a day-by-day update. And it says, that's suspicious. That's weird. You should really see these comments. Real talk. With that situation going on, I'm not saying weird things are happening or certain protocols, but I could see certain things happen in certain ways. Anyways, thanks for being here. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. It is early Sunday. Let's get to the content. Alright, so this video was Druski inspired, but as I was digging for clips, I came across a lot of other stuff and I only selected a few. Y'all saw the beginning. Nobody was really feeling Kevin Hart's energy during that prayer. If you notice, he used certain words right after that prayer. Like, bro, come on, y'all just prayed and now you're using foul language. Like, listen, I don't know what else they need to show you. Druski got a new tattoo, and that's what really made me want to do this video. He has a tattoo of an upside down cross on his lower like thigh near the kneecap. Upside down cross. Uzi just did one too. We gotta make it make sense, y'all. The second clip, I don't know if that was AI or what, but what what that reminds me of is Kai Cenat when he was reading that one thing, talking to the people. How scripted it looked, how programmed he looked, and yeah. But Druski did the big one. He did the big one. One of my favorite shows is Snowfall and the old one up there in Baltimore, The Wire. These two shows got one thing in common. One of the main characters are played by British guys, and you could never even tell that they were that. When I found out, I didn't believe it. Yeah. Check this clip out. Druski really, I don't know if he meant to do this, but it's a call out to Hollywood that's really, in my eyes, I don't even know if it exists anymore. Allegedly, just my opinion. Check this clip out. This could get Druski in more trouble than the Erica thing. Let's go.
Druski is that guy, and that's what I like about a man, especially a Black American man. And he's speaking for these people in Hollywood who see these great roles going to outsiders, immigrants, like with that Queen and Slim. I can't believe it. That movie was so damn flat. And in Black Panther, I refuse to see these movies played by someone who does not feel that pain and hurt and strong desire and fight for justice in their soul. And what I don't like about our Black American actors is when you're told to come online and try to discipline us, you come with all the fire, all in your chest. But when it comes to seeing roles that you could have played the crap out of, you don't say nothing, like a scary child. When it comes to Nat Turner, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, I want to see those roles played by my people who know this history, who family knows this history, who family has strong roots in this country, and they can play that role because they feel it.
All right. I feel where she's coming from to a certain extent. We don't know the pay scale. We don't know anything like that. We don't know the inner workings of these deals. But even if we had, shall I call it homegrown or one of our more direct whatever to the situation, even if we did have that strong African American male or female playing these roles, the history in my eyes would still be distorted. Period. I feel like it would still be distorted, whether if it was somebody from across the water or in the States. Check out what Druski did though. And when I was doing some digging, I think it'll be on this clip, you'll see him doing that little accent often, different settings and interviews. But it really forces a hand, honestly. And with the way he's been getting sponsorships and all these different supporting avenues, I don't think he would want to risk that over some laughs and likes. But he does still make a very valid, strong point. Check this out, y'all. Watch with an open mind. Don't get mad at me.
Check this out.
You promise you go with me now? Stop talking like that. You ain't going to big city. Massive lecture. I'm going with or without you. Rudy, stop talking like that. Stop. Hey, what are you doing over there? Hey, what are you doing? Cuts. Fantastic. I need more American slave. Okay. That struggle. Yeah, the struggle. Sort of like the dialogue, like the back and forth banner. Absolutely. Yes.
See, this role was sort of a bit cheeky. I got a little bit out of my comfort zone, you know. During the filming of this role in this character, I felt oppressed, like an American slave, like a lot of struggle. I studied the art.
Fantastic turnout on the red carpet tonight. I'm just arriving. We have Samson Dubois at the American Guild Awards.
Samson, you look great tonight. How hard was it for you to change your accent?
As a little boy from Manchester, I think, I struggle a bit with the dialect, right? But to really get into character for this quite astonishing role that I took on, to say the least, I put it all on. If you say, you'll be f***ed out. Family.
Hey, cut, that's the one.
Stunning. Great performance. Working with a good London boy, and I bother him all the time.
Bro, y'all noticed in the last clip I said that it shows Druski practicing the accent in different interviews. This dude's production is so good. I did not know that was part of the skit when I was going through the footage last night searching for clips. Come on, man. Now, I referenced 2 shows. The Wire and also Snowfall. It looked like he was playing Uncle Jerome or Jerome from Snowfall with the way the afro and the sideburns looked. But it sounded like the rhetoric from The Wire when Barksdale nephew got locked up and Stringer Bell was putting out that money on his head. Dude name was something Dubois. Come on, man. And I really feel like this was inspired from the Met Gala, from the Met Gala. Allegedly, that's just my opinion. Let's continue.
Basically about Kosanak getting an offer from Nike of $500 million to not mention Jesus Christ. And God is so intentional that if you remember when Druski got pulled over, he was on his way, as he said in the footage, like to do a deal or something with Nike, putting his beliefs aside of what he knows is right and what God would want to the side for money. How he let Ray J come on that stream and do all that freak shit, and you feel me, come in the shower and like do all the stuff. If you watch it, you'll see he never addressed it, he never cut that shit out, you feel me, he just straight let that shit rock out like he was a part of it. Basically, nigga, that's your stream, all of them niggas is your company, you feel me, and that's what you let go on without addressing it, and especially in front of children. And then he wore those tight ass Balenciaga suits, bro. Hold on. They would ever do some shit like that, except for just saying like it's a humiliation ritual. You know what I'm saying? Like he just doing what he got to do to be a part of the club and to keep his spot. You know what I mean? This type of shit, bro. And then like if you really think about it, then you feel me? Everything starts to tie together, and it eventually leads back to the devil giving people money to influence us, to misguide us, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be influenced. Be careful what you watch, be careful what you listen to, and be careful of the words and rules that you write on your own heart and that you live by. And make sure that you stand firm on it. Not even for money. God says, what is it for a man to gain the whole world's riches but for him to lose his soul? You gain all the world riches and to put God aside? No, never, bro.
Listen, we know that entertainment has taken a interesting turn since in my knowledge, especially comedy, when what was that boy? Fat Boy SSE came out. I'll say comedy took a turn as far as just like cell phone comedy. I'm not gonna even call it IG comedians or not, just cell phone comedians. Forty evolved to the Druskis, the Kais, and things like that. It says a lot. It says so much, to the point where the change was so effective that it disrupted networks and industries. A lot of people say that's why Kai had to stop streaming. He was affecting networks. Think of how powerful that is, y'all. Druski came through, made a lane for himself, and he ascended. But when you ascend, you have to compromise certain things, and I really feel like that boy did that. But with that being said, he could have very well jeopardized it all too, by, in my eyes, in my opinion, exposing the whole industry that's already slowly crumbled. And I seen that with the writers protest and things like that. I really feel like that was the start of it. Y'all know what I want to say, but I'm not gonna say it as far as the year and all of that type stuff. But let me know your thoughts. Have a great Mother's Day, and have a safe Sunday. Real talk, it might be turned up this Sunday. I'm out. Peace.